Men are wired to cheat. To Baba. Appreciate. Hello viewers, welcome to another edition of Girls Closet on Flip TV, where we bring to you the premium gist of things happening in politics and also some premium girls topic. I am Adeni Adiola.
I am Zubi Glad. You're welcome to Girls Closet.
And I'm Olajide Taufik
Olamide.
You're welcome to
Girls Closet.
Now you get me.
I'm the host for today.
It's not only host, it's join.
Okay, on the political talk we have for you today, we have court dismisses Obi'S application for live broadcast. Dangote came to Lagos with nothing 45 years ago, Sanwo-Olu. And on the girls topic for today, which I am here to drag somebody. Number one says men are wired to cheat, to Baba, and appreciating little things in relationship. And the last one, submission in relationship.
Okay.
So guys, court dismisses Obi'S application for live broadcast. The presidential election petition court today dismissed the application by the Labour Party and its presidential candidate Peter Obi to allow for a live telecast of the court proceedings. The justice said the application lacks merit and is accordingly dismissed. I thought they allowed live broadcast for article.
No, they were still, no, they didn't. They were deliberating on it.
Commissioning of the Dangote refinery, we take a look at the expected impact the new refinery will have on the Nigerian economy.
The commercial value in the refinery, we saw the necessity for the completion of this refinery. We also saw a market potential for our company because by our agreement and by our entry to buy 20% of equity in the refinery, it gives us the right to supply at least 300,000 barrels of crude oil into this refinery. This is a huge long-term value for our company. So we've got to do two things for us. First, we know this refinery will work. We also know that it will make money. So NNPC will benefit from it, from the profits that this refinery will make. And secondly, we also know that because of the sheer capacity of the refinery and the new technology that's
depriving Nigerians from it being televised means that they are being secretive in the whole thing.
Well. Aside the issue of televising the whole proceedings, if we look at it from another angle, if we look at it, that means actually those people that will be present in that place should at least be able to make videos. Even if...
And then they don't allow phones inside.
They don't allow phones inside. Well, then I think so many Nigerians will actually be able to justify their words, that there will be justification for them that by actually not trusting the judiciary system. This is also a way by which the judiciary are saying that we, to some extent, we can't be open to the people. We can't allow the people's opinion to really supersede our own, because they're actually talking about their safety and stuff like that. But I don't think Nigerians do not know these judges. Nigerians know them. We know them very well. It's not as if you televise it now that something else will happen to them. Nigerians know them. We know it's not possible. They are not living in a cave, or they didn't drop down from the sky. They are living within some people's surroundings, some people's neighborhood. So I don't see any threat to anybody's life or any risk in televising that kind of stuff.
Just like someone said one time, one of our viewers, when he called, I don't know if you can remember, Mr. Samson.
Okay.
Yeah. He said that if they should televise the process,
yes.
If it doesn't go their way, some people are going to react negatively. But then they also forget that if they don't televise the process, it will still, it may result to chaos, because most people will not see how the whole thing went, except you were in the court that day.
Well, I don't actually see any chaos coming though. because they just want to tone down the whole pressure, because I think there is pressure mounting on the judiciary and also on the court proceedings. And if they actually televise it, I'm looking at it from their angle in a way, kind of thinking from another option, that if they actually televise it, it will bring more attention to the tribunal proceedings. So I think they want to try to reduce doubts, the tension, and their just cut off the attention people have towards it. If they don't have access to seeing what is going on there, they would kind of forget it, and now the attention will be diverted to the Dangote refinery. Then, you know, in the coming weeks there will be preparation for the inauguration, and you will see most media televising the inauguration, which will eventually divert the people's mind from the tribunal. I think they just want to reduce the tension to the barest minimum.
Wait, don't you? So I'm so sorry. Don't you guys think like after the inauguration everything will die down?
See, I kind of feel that it may die down. And it may not. It all depends.
It's not as if it will die down completely. But attention will be.
People will not really be interested in the whole thing again. A lot of people will be like, we already have a president, so what's the point? You know, let's just move on and pray that this new administration favors us. You know, like some people are already saying, you know, whatever happens, we just hope that this administration will favor. So someone even said, just pray for this administration to favor you. You know, now there is the commissioning of the Dangote refinery is ongoing.
Yes, it's ongoing.
And now tomorrow as well, like I saw a report today that the president will be inaugurating the second Niger bridge
tomorrow.
Though it's via zone.
Okay.
You know, tomorrow. And then but either ways, televising this whole thing is actually going to help, because I don't see the reason why they should deprive Nigerians from seeing what they are doing. You know, in as much as, even though that is going to draw a lot of attention, but then that attention I don't think is bad, because some people are aggrieved. They see what is happening is actually going to calm them down. Okay, the courts are doing their job, but then not allowing them to see what is happening is going to cause more tension. Okay, we saw the people were protesting today outside the court premises. Understand? So had it been that, okay, it is televised, some people will not be there. They will be watching it to see what is happening. It is not televised and they are not inside the courtroom. So what else do you expect them to do? They will protest.
Well. Yeah, that's another point.
Okay. Please, if you're watching, let's get your opinion on how you feel about this, you know, telecast of this petition court. Please. Okay, let's go to the next one that we have here. Dangote came to Lagos with nothing 45 years ago. Sanwo-Olu.
Just like most people that I know, they came to Lagos with nothing as well.
Nothing.
A lot of people will tell you
that Dangote came to Lagos with nothing. Is it like 0 naira, 0 kobo?
You know, when I believe that for him to say that, probably
like
he meant that he wasn't who he is today.
Okay,
when he came to Lagos.
Should I read what?
Okay,
yeah, you can read it.
Okay. Sanwo-Olu gave the commendation while speaking at the ongoing commissioning of the refinery. He said that Dangote, who came to Lagos from Kano, had nothing 45 years ago, but now he had set up an empire in Nigeria to make Africa proud. He said the first story is about a young Nigerian 45 years ago, and you see the coincidence in the story. 45 years ago, who came to Lagos all the way from another mega city, Kano, who saw the prosperity, the diversity of our country, who came with nothing but in 45 years has built the largest and biggest empire in the world for Africa.
What can you say?
Well, I stand to disagree with what the governor said, because right now Dangote is 66 years old. And if you minus 45 plus if you minus 45 from if you minus 45 from 66, what would be the answer? That would be about 21 years or 22 years. How can you say Dangote of 22 years had nothing? Like 0 naira, 0 kobo. And right now being that he's a northerner. No, not even a northerner per se. Do you even know the kind of family Dangote came out from? For you to say that he had nothing in his pocket at 21 years old, and right now he's having a refinery at 66 years old, 45 years after. I think that's just a kind of, would I say, hyping or misinformation, or he actually, he sensationalized that kind of information. You can't say Dangote had 0 naira, 0 kobo at 22 years old.
No, he didn't quite say.
Maybe he's saying that Dangote had no investment in Lagos State. Maybe that's what he's saying.
At 22,
he said he came to Lagos. from Kano with nothing.
And that means he had no investment in Lagos State. That's what he's saying.
But it could be true though. Come on, he was just 22.
Do you know the family? Do you know the kind of family he's from?
So he's 66, right? Yeah, and that's about 45 years ago. Okay. Wait, 66 minus 45 will give you what?
66, let's say 45, 55. That's 21.
21.
Going to 22, yeah.
Come on, 21. That's a very young age.
Maybe you should check
up.
That's
a very young age.
Maybe you should look up to, maybe you should check out Dangote's family. His family name. Do you know Dan Tata?
They have money now.
He was one of the richest, richest in Africa. Not even Nigeria.
I'm not
one of the richest. So his family, his entire household, is not as if they're just an average Nigerian. That you actually, okay, let's say you're going from a part of Nigeria down to Lagos at the age of 21, then you can build a refinery at 66. You know, to some extent. We've seen so many Nigerians strip it down to Lagos State, even for that long, but they've not gotten to 1/10 of what Dangote has done. So I think he should be saying that he had no investment in Lagos State as at then. That is what he should be saying. But regardless, we still have to give kudos to Dangote. We have to give kudos to him. It's a very good one. And it's also a means of, would I say, liberating Nigeria from the over-dependence on the Western nations. Because right now, if we can actually produce what we are consuming when it comes to petroleum, then I think it's a stepping stone for us to move on to agriculture sector as well. Then move on to the other ones, let's say health and stuffs. Because right now, Nigerians are being, there's a law, UK has actually want to make a law that would ensure that Nigerians don't bring their families with them when they are when they are traveling there to school. And also I saw the report about 35 billion euros have been spent by foreigners to school in the UK every year. Let's say, and Nigeria is among the third. Nigeria is the third nation with the most population, like foreign nationals in the UK. Now let's divide 35 billion euros. Let's divide it by 3. That will be about 12 billion euros. If 12 billion euros enters Nigerian economy through the education sector, that is a lot of money. That is trillions of naira. So I think even this, what was it called? This Dangote refinery, I think it's just about 3.3 billion euros or pounds or something. Yeah. Now think of 12 billion euros entering Nigeria's purse from the education sector. Had it been we don't have people out there, you know, spending their money out there. Let's say we have actually worked on the education sector here. We have good schools, you know, the public sector and the private sector is also doing well. That inside Nigeria here it will be a very good one, and it will actually, you know, reap so much benefit for us here as well. So I think it should be a stepping stone for us to light up the other sectors as well, like the power sector, education sector, agricultural sector, and health sector as well. This should be a stepping stone for us.
We have
sorry, I actually, because of what the executive governor of Lagos State said about Sanwo-Olu, I had to make this. The Dangote Group was established as a small trading firm in 1977. The same year Dangote relocated to Lagos to expand the company. He already had a company.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he came to Lagos to expand it.
Ahead, you know, what I wanted to say is that probably he already had what he wanted to do in mind, and then
the company was already existing.
I'm sorry. Andrew Ogunjimi said Dangote is a grandson of Dan Tata, Nigeria billion businessman in the 60s. He is from a rich background.
Of course.
So I'm not disputing that fact, but what I needed to clear is, you know, Babajide
the business was existing already.
Governor of Lagos State said that he came to Lagos with nothing, you know, and then being that he's from that kind of family, probably he already know that, let's say he was already into a particular business.
He was already then
to Lagos, who was to probably to give a future or meaning to the business, to the already
to even have more
business.
customers for the business.
You know, that's what I felt.
Yeah.
Okay, so also Dangote received a 500,000 naira loan from his uncle to begin trading.
500,000 naira.
Yes.
Okay.
To begin trading from his uncle, to begin trading in commodities, including bags of cement as well as agricultural goods like rice and sugar.
Yeah.
You understand? In the 90s, he approached the Central Bank of Nigeria with the idea that it would be less expensive for the bank to allow his transport company to manage their fleet of staff buses, a proposal that was also approved.
Yeah,
so he already has something. It's not as if he was nobody. He came to Lagos to expand his business. But come on, 21, he was what was that in that age of 21?
Okay, Majed said Sanwo-Olu won't do grass to grey story. Stop now.
I think I said he was trying to sensationalize this.
Some people are saying, coming to Lagos, you could have gone to other places, because Lagos is this. The way they are hyping the whole thing, it could have been anywhere, but Lagos is considered one of the biggest commercial cities in Nigeria.
Because you have so many people trooping down to make
and
trade.
This is just like the epic center of Nigeria. So it couldn't have been anywhere else except here.
Exactly.
So the government didn't see this, can't foresee this kind of thing for them to be able to come up with the idea and do something like that in Nigeria.
Exactly, that's what many people are talking about. That the government, we have federal government, we have former presidents of Nigeria being seated in that space.
And they are not ashamed.
They are not ashamed. How can they be ashamed? When it's not as if, they've actually it's like there is no dignity in labor. They've printed it in such a way that people that are working are not even getting the accolade and stuff. It's just as if some people are sitting down in the helm of power, doing nothing and just wasting Nigeria's money.
No, I did say something in the morning. It's actually good. It's a good development for Nigeria, for Africa, and for the fact that he is Nigerian, and he has given Nigeria hope. Now, but then it could have been Nigeria, how will I put it? It could have been Nigeria that owned the refinery. Could that the money as in how
I understand what you're talking about. It could have been owned by the federal government.
How come I was just it could have been owned by the federal government. It could have been owned by Nigeria, not an individual. Even though it is good.
Where is Nigeria Airline?
Even though it's good.
Where is Nigeria Airline
it's a good thing.
Like federal government owned airline. When Nigeria was still Nigeria, it was everywhere. It was flourishing. But a time came whereby everything crashed. But also they can actually open the economy, for the private sector, whereby people come in, they actually build refineries and stuff. Then a particular percentage would be remitted into the government, and government will also regulate their working activities there, and also oversee the workers and the employees' welfare there as well. I think that should be okay too, but the government too should have their own. They shouldn't just throw everything away to the private sector. I just believe and I hope that probably subsequent government, even after the president-elect, the subsequent ones will be coming up with this kind of thing that we can let's just industrialize Africa. Let's use what we have under this soil to build Africa. Now we have actually reduced, I won't say cut off, but we have reduced our dependence on other countries when it comes to oil now, even if it is just one man. But let us first of all reduce it. Then by the time we now come into the house, we now decide, okay, you have to go into the agriculture sector. You should be holding this part, you should be holding this one. Let's just cut off that dependence first. I think that's just it. And I'm actually expecting a time whereby Africa would even have its own satellites in the space, whereby we can actually just do our own thing. Where we don't have to, all the whole world don't have to just depend on only one satellite. We can actually have our own too. It's not impossible to do. If they can do it, we can do our own too.
As a continent.
As a continent, especially as a continent, we can actually have our own too.
Okay.
And funny enough, Africa is rich.
Very, very rich when it comes to natural resources.
Africa is rich, but one of the problems that I feel that Africa has is greed and selfishness.
The leaders, per se.
The leaders, is greed and selfishness. Everybody wants to amass wealth for themselves and for their family. Yeah. They don't really care about
the people. And about the country entirely.
Okay, so let's go to the girls' topic for today, which are men are wired to cheat, to Baba, appreciating little things in relationship and submission in relationships. So the first one is men are wired to cheat, to Baba. Olamide, please, I don't know, you are a man, so I would like to ask you, is it true that men are wired to cheat?
Is it true that you men are wired
to cheat?
Like I said in the morning, guys, according to research, guys, like men, the male species of any male species, both animals or man or anything, have 15 times more testosterone level than the female ones, which means they have more tendency to get drawn to anything sexual at the slightest provocation. But the decision lies with you. Now, let's say a guy or a man wants to have sex with a lady now, and getting to the brink of initiating the process or starting, then the lady says, see, I'm HIV positive. Immediately, that man's body, his whole body will shut down. Everything would go down. So it boils down to someone's decision to actually carry out the process. Every man out there have more tendency to, you know, get lured into all those kind of stuff, maybe sex or something. Let's just say cheat per se, but it's still your decision. It boils down to your decision. So I think to some extent, in fact, it's not to some extent. Two-Face Idibia is right with his words, but where he's been wrong is that space. You're not supposed to say that beside your wife. It is disrespectful. It is very, very disrespectful.
Okay, what is Pastor said? Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo, he said, "No man is wired to cheat. Don't believe that's lie from hell. However, there seems to be proof that men are more prone to sexual temptation than women. Of course, women are tempted too.
Yeah, they are tempted too.
But clearly, the sexual proclivity of men is very different from women. Here are some reasons. Number one, men have a higher sex drive than women.
You know, I said
men have a higher dose of testosterone, which is
women.
the sex hormone.
Yes.
Men are capable of enjoying sex without any emotional connection.
Yeah.
Hence why prostitution is mainly men-funded. Men are visually stimulated. So just being a man in today's world is an automatic temptation because because your view is attacked daily. However, all this is never an excuse to cheat and hurt someone you claim you love.
Why I said, you know, I summarize everything.
Self-control by God's grace is out to go. Proverbs 25 verse 28. A person without self-control is like a house without a door. A person without self-control is like a house with its doors and windows knocked out.
Yeah. You know, he first of all said that, okay,
yes. Can you send that thing to me?
I agree with what he said, but I like the fact that he acknowledged the fact that as men. Now,
so why can't men control themselves?
Oh God.
I'm not being
I'm not here to tackle anybody. I'm just here to dialogue and deliberate and listen to other people too. Wait.
Okay.
At what point did I say that it's normal for men to cheat?
You said it is men's world.
When did I say that?
Before we started the show.
Before you said before. And you have to wait. You have to be specific. We
heard you.
You have to be before we started the show. You said this.
Some things that you said.
The viewers didn't see me saying it. Now wait.
But we heard you.
Wait. Now you have to actually be specific. Like before the show, you said it, and I will agree with you that yes, I said it. Okay. And is it not a man's word? Now I will prove to you why it is a man's word.
Okay, please.
You will see majority of the men cheating. Their wife do not see. Their wife would keep on coming to social media. My husband is cheating, but they won't divorce them.
Okay.
Now I told you something in the morning. Until ladies start prosecuting men for cheating, men will continue to cheat because they believe they can go away. They can get away with it. That is why men are cheating. Now imagine what Two-Face Idibia said. Can any wife open her mouth to say that in front of her husband?
No.
Our marriage will be up in flames.
Exactly.
But he said it and he has gone away with it. His wife is even defending him. Can you see?
See, as a person, there are some things I will never pay attention to. All right. Other than the fact that I'm a media person, I'm working in a media house, I'm a media presenter. You know, outside of that, like I told you guys earlier, there are some things that I would never pay attention to, and I wouldn't want to talk about it. Okay. And there are things like this. Because you can't come and sit with me and just talk anything and expect me to sit and listen to crap.
No, wait. You don't need to accept. There's a difference between listening, having a discussion and dialoguing with someone. You don't actually need to accept anybody's opinion. Anybody can say anything. Someone can come now and tell me, okay, it is right for ladies to cheat, it is right for guys. If you believe that in your own belief system, I can't change your belief. I can't make you to see it only from my angle. I'll see it from your angle. You would actually you can see it from my angle but not accept it or believe it to be the truth. Okay. It's very fine. Everyone has his own opinion to something. But just to, I gave you an example now. Why is that men actually, would I say, there's this saying that women runs the world. But who runs women? It's the men. So automatically men runs the world.
See,
and you notice that prostitution is being funded by men. That's why he actually said, I like the fact that the pastor said that. You know the reason why prostitution is being funded by men? Because many men out there can have sex without emotion. like many of them, to ladies, I'm not saying some ladies can't have sex without emotion, no, but majority of them will even tell you that majority of ladies, if they can't picture themselves having sex with you, it will never happen in reality. They have to first of all picture themselves. But some men don't even care. And once they do it, they're not even looking back anymore. It is bygone.
Let me tell you something.
But that does not justify any cheating. It does not justify it.
Whether a woman has to picture herself having sex with you before she does it, human is human. A man too, men too, the same thing. I see it that way. Men too, because most times
I'm a man.
Most
you
times,
can see it that way.
See,
but as a man, that I'm confirming it to you.
See,
you know, the pastor said it.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I shared something with you in the morning.
Okay.
Some time ago, I think you know about this too, because you said something about it too last week. I was on a bike, and then because this guy sat behind me, he was misbehaving on top of the bike, and I really got angry. And then when I discussed with an elderly person, the person said that it is not about what you're carrying. It is not because you were sitting in front of him. It's because of what he was thinking.
Exactly.
You know, before you do anything with anybody, you must have thought about it. You can't tell me that you just stay like this, your male organ will just rise. You must have thought about something. No. Something must have initiated it. So your ability to control, growing up as a young girl child in those days, you know that those times that we were teenagers, you have a lot of guys trying to woo you and all that. There was one that walked up to me once in my secondary school days. I told him that if I don't even know how correct the English is, but I always remember the way I said it.
Okay.
Do not allow your body feelings to instruct you on what to do. I don't know if that English is correct, but I said that and I can remember exactly the way I said it. Do not allow your body feelings to instruct you on what to do. Your body is reacting. It is your body. You own your body. Your body does not own you.
Exactly.
So you are the one to tame it. And your ability to instruct your body on what to do is self-control.
See,
most people need to have it, because you can't tell me like what you said.
Most men
I think it's not about most men.
If the guy should tell you I am HIV positive, everything
will die down now.
So
why would you do it?
Why can't you just...
Okay, what if the girl didn't say anything like, okay, that she's HIV positive?
His body will keep on doing what he's doing.
Mr. Iyori Omorogbe say he wants to call in. Please, he can call in. Yeah. The phone lines are available.
And also, I think anyone does not really have I don't think anyone has the capacity to control how your body reacts. Your body will react. You use the biological stuff. Your body will react to things. But your own personal reaction to it is what you have to tame. But your body will keep on, okay, you see something now that stimulates your feeling. You can't restrict yourself from being stimulated. That's it will come to you naturally. But your own reaction to it.
I don't know if it's correct enough. Do not allow your body feelings to instruct
just
you.
Like saying,
that does not mean you're not feeling something, but let it not instruct you on what you should do.
Exactly.
Because you own your body.
But it still doesn't cancel the fact. Body. According to what that pastor said.
It is very good as a person.
And I said,
male or female, you must have self-control.
It's
very, very important. If not, you go and dig your pipe in a wrong hole, and
I think ladies too. See, ladies and women, they
Someone
need to.
Is calling in.
Oh wow! Let's hear what he has to say.
Hello.
Good evening, everybody over there.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Mr. Iyori Omorogbe.
You're welcome. Thank you once
again. Okay, sir.
This issue that just came aboard, and I heard what our sister just read from the pastor. This problem is something that it takes the grace of God for each and every man to control. It's already the ability of a man already. Women have resist. Every woman have resist. But with men is being tempted because what God has given to women. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
And these days, what the ladies are not doing these days, they are not taking to the extent that it make a lot of men go confused, particularly the man of God. Particularly the man of God right now. What is happening right now? Majority men of God are being tempted to so many people's wife, which will have a lot of proof. We have videos, we have pictures from the community which I came from. It just happened a few days ago. Other one happened again 2 months ago. Other one just like that pastors. But let's start from there. These are the people that are supposed to direct the men in the right way to go. Truly, it is not easy. Women have been born to remain that way, but men is born to tempt them. Because it happened to Adam in the Eden. What happened to this Adam and Eve that time? Adam has been living peacefully in his life in the garden there, living with the animal, no problem. It was when God said, I want to assist you with a woman. That was when Adam began to fall into temptation. And that temptation came to fall into the whole world which we all are facing today. Particularly the man of God that's supposed to direct everybody are the one that is preaching, don't do this. At the end of the day, they turn back to do all these things. And they are the whole every men are not, they don't have the belief again, they don't have the trust of the men of God that's supposed to direct them again. Majority of them, including the men, self-esteem is a self-discipline of a thing. When it comes to this urge of a thing, it's a self-discipline. But if you cannot control, get a woman to yourself. If you want to control, there are ways you can go about it. It's just everyone's interest. It's not allowed, it's not good when you stay with one, remain with one. You understand me? But a lot of temptation is everywhere. Particularly Africans. What we see in Africa is different from where they live in the Western world and abroad. The way the ladies expose their body over there in Nigeria, it does not exist, it does not come on often like that over here because the weather is too cold here. Everybody want to close their body. You can see, you are not because you're a woman, you have everything. You cannot expose it because the cold will get you down. That's from their head to toe, they close their body. It is only summer, and the summer doesn't last. But Nigeria, all the cold and summer over there is not higher than it's not higher than our cold, it's not higher than our sun. You see, everything there in Nigeria is just normal. And that's why a lot of things, a lot of temptation is too, it has become something that ladies go to church, the pastor cannot control them. The same pastor that want to control them, the same pastor will say, please, I want to see you in my office. A woman will come to your office, you will tell her, usher, please, I have a visitor in my office, and you are busy. You are busy hitting the ground. You are beginning to speak about something is going on. You are beginning to tell you have tempted the God. God has said, don't do this, you want to tempt God. And whoever that want to tempt God, go nowhere in this world. God will definitely bring him down. That is why what is happening to every man today is ability to self-discipline. When that self-discipline is lost, you fall in such a pit because the temptation of every man is created by woman. That is the truth. And I pray God should continue to control, God should continue to guide these men of God to stay away from this attitude that is learning a lot of, particularly women today. Many married men today have been taken away by their pastors. We have proof over them. We have man of God that is listening to this program. Have been taken. Do you know the way the problem is lying now? Man of God is supposed to call everybody to order. All the men to order, control men. Every man they look unto man of God, or the same man God we are looking unto. If our God that we are looking unto is turning his back, is begin to do some anything, nobody want to call the name of God again. Jesus Christ did not do this. If Jesus Christ did this thing, nobody will honor him in the land of Roma, which we are living today, Italy. You understand me? Everywhere today, every street, every corner, it is Catholics. Everybody respect Jesus. We call it Jesus. It's Jesus. We call it here in Italian. You understand me? Which is our Lord, it's our Jesus Christ. You know, what we are saying is that Jesus stay away from tempting. A lot of ladies tempted him. The devil tempted him different way. He said, devil, flee away from me. I reject you. But this man today, can the man of God reject this woman today? No. Go to the church to see the dresser of the lady. No, sit at the front. Sister Rita, please see me in the office. As soon as we close, let's share the grace. Sister, see me in the office. What can they see you for? Are you sharing money for them? Have you sharing money for this lady? At the end of the day, most of them have been caught in the office. The pastor is being hitting them. And you come back again to tell us that men should do this, that we are doing another different. No, we must come together. We must follow the right way for every man. It's not easy, like what you saw. If you want to really know the temptation of men, take a look at the door. Door can come out to 10 times instantly. The female dog always calm. You understand me? Same thing to ladies. Ladies' heart does not hold them. Their heart comes twice in the month or once in a month, you know, or just like that. But men's home, it comes every day. You understand me? it is God that created it that way. The next one comes every day. They can run every day because once when they see a lady today, they run into it. In less than seconds, 20 minutes again, they run into the other ladies again. But to run into the first lady, they just abandon. They can't go there. But when they see other one, the body will charge like a generator. I see you just give them a new generator. They have never existed before. That's just the best machine. We just pray for God to give every man the spirit of devil get behind me. You know, that spirit of God instantly, you know, by not being, you know, controlling themselves is what we all must pray for God to control and give every man the spirit to stay in one area, you know, and continue to follow the right way of Christ. God bless you once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your contribution this evening. Thank you.
We have
some
comments.
May God give us the grace.
Emma Samuel said, I am not saying it is right, but if we ladies don't change, we ladies will keep suffering.
Who said that?
Emma.
You know I said
she
this
said
before.
It is only for us to pray to God to give us a man that don't cheat. Or pray that if he cheats, he shouldn't bring disease home. Hey, there's this tweet I saw online. This lady said that she got married 10 months ago and then she's divorced.
Okay.
She said she couldn't take like the cheating the man is doing daily.
Daily?
Yeah.
Daily?
That she couldn't take it.
How many days did they actually use to court? To date?
I don't know.
Maybe they only dated for a few hours before they got married.
Exactly.
There's no way you wouldn't have been seeing the signs. You would have known. Our ladies are very, they are smart. They would know, even if they don't catch you, they would have the feeling like this man.
Even if you date somebody for 5 years, a man who is prone to cheating.
But you will know within
no, as in you would know within that. You would cheat within that 5 years. Only if you are not really vigilant or observant. See, guys cheat, but guys are not really so smart in hiding it. It's ladies that are very, very professional when it comes to cheating.
Really?
But guys, you would know. Guys, it would drop the clue for you. You would know, Sha. There's no way you won't know.
You know, see,
if you are not vigilant, you miss it.
Even though I told you in the morning that most women now, they cheat. And it's so annoying. You know, but it is quite hard for a woman to cheat. But if she cheats, she can pretend.
Is it hard to cheat for a woman?
Yeah, it's actually like it is rare.
If that woman should cheat,
it's rare. Unlike men.
Okay.
Unlike men,
well,
you can't
compare
women
it,
to
then,
cheating to men.
Well, if a lady should cheat, she's not cheating so that she just wants to have sex. Hope you know.
Yes. A woman does not cheat because
she
wants to have fun or something.
No, probably because before your woman will cheat on you, that means you are not playing your role. Or you're not satisfying her. Or you're not giving her attention. So she wants to get it somewhere else. That is women. But men, you can give a man 100% attention.
And he will still cheat.
In fact, give him the regular this that you can give him in the other room. And he will still cheat when he goes out there. Though not all men, because my take exception. My dad is an honorable man.
I think we should use new generation men.
The Gen Z men.
My husband too.
No, they are still kids now. Gen Z.
Okay. Emma said my full comment didn't show. Probably should try sending it.
Yeah, send it back. But you know, I said something like guys believe that if they cheat, they can get away with it. To some extent, you know, that's what she said now. That you should just need to cope. Like you should not just bring diseases to you, or you shouldn't.
And you shouldn't even wait. Like, why would you? You know that this guy is a cheat. Then you're waiting for him to bring disease. See, even if he brings disease, don't you know that disease, when a man contracts infection, it can stay for years in his body.
In a man's body?
Yes.
No. I don't think so. It is in a woman's body.
It is in a woman's body that can stay for long. In a man's body, under 24 hours, you start feeling it. He will start feeling it immediately.
Okay, we are close to internet. I have to make that confirmation.
Is it close to internet or human being? I'm a guy now. Come on. I'm a guy. And I can tell you from other people's experience. So it will react in your body. It will react in your body. You see, 24 hours, 48 hours, you start feeling it.
Please, who has a contrary opinion? If you're watching and you know that what they are saying is actually
guys per se, to be precise,
it
will react. See, you will know immediately because you know guys are like our own is outside, but for ladies it is inside. You would feel it.
You guys don't understand.
I'm a guy, yo.
No, wait.
Okay. Let me say this thing. I'm not talking from experience.
Wait. If a guy contracts infection,
yeah,
and a woman contracts infection at the same time, it as in the woman's own is going to show immediately that before it will start, before that man, I know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Before the signs of infection will start showing on a man, it has stayed in his body for a while. It's not going
like
to
how many days?
It's not good. It's not even in
Like
days.
how many?
I know what I'm
like
saying.
how many hours?
But women, our body is open. Once you contract the toilet infection, it will it will even get up to 1 month before your vagina will start itching you. But a man can contract toilet infection and he will not know.
There is this colleague of mine. There is this colleague of mine. I don't like to say his name.
I know what I'm saying.
Maybe he might be watching this program. He actually had something 1 or 2 with a lady like that. The third day, he started feeling stuff, some kind of discomfort around his pubic area. He went to meet this girl. The girl was not feeling anything, though. She never felt anything. Like he now went to meet the girl like, now accused her of,
exactly.
And he's feeling, which means that kind of thing has been in the lady's body for a while before the guy. But when it comes to guys, no. It reacts immediately.
Can I read something?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
You know, how quickly do infections show in men? Symptoms can develop within a few days or weeks, but sometimes they do not appear until months or even years.
It's not possible. It's not possible. It's only HIV. That's not like that. I'm talking from experience.
It doesn't show. That means you already the symptoms are already there.
Wait, Google is different from experience. Ask guys. See, if you are a guy out there, you can actually drop a comment. You can call in. If you are a guy,
a medical practitioner, because that can help.
Yeah, I think we have a caller.
Please.
Hello.
Hello, Christian.
Oh.
Alright, you can try to call back Mr. Christian Chukwu to air your opinion on the topics we're discussing this evening.
Mr. Dan said Gladys check for ladies.
Check for ladies.
Okay, please.
But for guys out there, I think if any guy has the experience, you can actually share with us. But from experience, not even Google now. This one is experience. Go out there. If you get to meet guys in your street, ask them. Under 48 hours, you will start feeling it. It's not possible. See, guys, and this thing starts. As a guy, you're ejaculating from the same place you're erecting from. So immediately you try to erect, you start feeling some kind of, as if there is pepper in the stuff. Immediately, there's no way.
As a lady, if you are dating your man, I know that not like you are dating someone that is not your man. Do you understand me? If you should like contract that kind of a thing, it will call you immediately and be like,
you'll be the first person to call you, like, babe, what's going on? I contracted this thing from, sure you get. I'm talking from, no. I don't know how fast it is for ladies, but from my own experience, because ladies is not the same place that the two comes out from. Where they urinate from is actually very different from where the stuff happens. But for guys, you urinate every day. Now, under 3 hours, 4 hours, now you go and urinate. Immediately, you start feeling discomfort almost under 24 hours. You start feeling discomfort, and you just need to get yourself treated.
I've not even seen it.
You have to get yourself treated. But months is not possible. Only if you contracted HIV.
Okay.
For a guy.
Let's move forward.
Please, if you see it, you can drop the comments on the comment
Appreciating little things in relationship. There is a video online that has been trending for a while. This girl said, "How can a man give her 10,000 naira?" That the man should have given the money.
Those ones are chasing clouds on the
exactly.
That's why I say, see, I can never listen to everything anybody says. Just like the way we are talking now, some people will still say, "What did they know? Why would I listen to them?" You understand? But then, not everything that everybody says that you should be able to take.
You have to accept.
You should. There's something my grandma used to always say: carry a sieve or filter, gather everything, sieve it. The ones that fall, you need them. The one will remain, through one, it's chaff.
No.
Come on, not everything anybody says.
You can't accept.
Imagine a guy gives you 10,000. Are you in his pocket? What if that's the only money he has?
10,000.
Why can't you be appreciative in this present time? Do you know what 10,000 naira can do for you?
Like, why would a guy give me 10,000 naira?
I want to believe that it's for clout, but there are some ladies that actually dare to say such.
The lady I saw, she's not doing it for clout. That lady that says
this thing.
Let me say their eyes don't over tear.
They
don't to collect money from sugar daddy.
Who tear their eye?
Na men.
So last now we they fuck up. Now men they do men. There are some ladies, there are some guys that be like, "Oh wow, you're just looking so beautiful. Give me your account number. Let me appreciate your beauty." So why won't someone see, imagine freaky? Oh, you're beautiful. You have this. Everything is okay. Let me appreciate your beauty. Transfer 100K. Why won't she come out and say 10K is worth nothing? When she does not even know how to even walk to get the money.
But seriously, as a person, you're just walking on the road, and let me ask you, because
you decided in your head that you wanted to give me.
Say, I just like your hair. Let me
pay for it.
Let me pay for it. Would you give her your account number just like that for just someone appreciating your?
Why would you give out your account number?
I'm sorry, I wouldn't.
Okay, they play.
I'm sorry, but for real, if in case you see me and you appreciate, I'm sorry, I won't give because to me, I don't know.
Maybe that person is your helper. You don't know. You've been praying to God. You
I don't know you from anywhere. Then the only thing that you see, my breast, say, I just like the way you stand. I just like give me a account number.
No guys can be funny.
Let me appreciate God's. I'm not going to do that.
Are you going to follow the person home?
It's not about me following you, but it's about what's that me? I don't know, because of me personally, I'm not speaking for anybody.
I understand.
My kind of friends,
some people would not even reject it.
I won't give. I'm sorry.
Some will not even stop to even allow you see all those kind of things.
I won't give because in this present time that everybody is most people are ritualists. You don't know if you
they can't do ritual transfer now. It's
they play. Show me my name will appear.
They do this.
My name will appear.
They don't used to do ritual transfer.
Me personally, I'm always.
Babala will get bank. I
don't know you from anywhere. I'm just walking down the road. You now meet me. I like your shape. Let me send you money for. Let me appreciate the shape.
Okay, let's say a lady now. I'm walking down the road. Then the lady walks up to me. I love this your share. Let me pay for. Oh, God, pay for it. What basically concern me? Okay, they play.
if you tell me, please, can I have your
so you can give someone your phone number, but you can't give your account number.
No, we can establish a conversation. Almost here in this life, and it all depends.
In this life, helpers they come anyway.
I understand that too, but come on. Imagine you just park one Range Rover and you're probably white color, or you're looking like.
Even if it is black color.
I'm sorry, please. My kind of person.
I have said, gonorrhea man we know within 24 hours.
Under 24 hours, gonorrhea. Don't you know if peace? Who born you?
They pay you.
What? Go and peace now. You go cry, come outside back.
What I actually used as an example was toilet infection. If you guys can remember, if a man contracts, it will take years, and
it can take years. Do you know what I'm talking about? It is where you're ejaculating from. You are urinating from. If anything happens to your urethra, you feel it almost immediately once you want to urinate.
If a woman contracts toilet infection, in fact, after using that toilet, as they go house, that place is open because I'm home. She used that for day. It's open. She's scratching her immediately. That's what I'm saying.
I want to use outside. It's chronic infection.
And sometimes too, you guys don't squat to wee. You
don't
stand.
See.
And sometimes too, some men that I know, if they want to poo, they don't allow that thing to enter inside.
How can you? What kind of stuff is that?
But we ladies, in our dear we they sit down. Now they tell you. That's what I'm saying. Now dear we they sit down.
I understand you. See, I understand you very well.
As you're living there. That the front side is scratching you or the other side is scratching you. But as a man, it's not going to show.
Wait, I understand how you. I understand. It won't take a while, because as a man, once that place, the urethra, gets infected, that is where your urine is passing through. So once your urine is passing through that place, it will pay you.
I like your shares. Let me pay for it.
Oh yeah, now pay now. Yeah, now come and ask that.
Oh, God.
Mr. Andrew said urine passage in a man is very narrow, so it's
very narrow
when urinating.
And once it gets infected, that place, that narrow part will now get more narrow for you. You will just find it hard to urinate. So you have to go and treat yourself.
I feel that before a man could contract some kind of diseases, it will be through
probably
with a woman.
Yeah. But most of the times, yeah.
For a man to contract toilet infection, it will be through the woman, a woman that has it, not from the toilet.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Most of the times, no.
And that does not mean that a man cannot contact toilet infection through the toilet, but it's not going to show. If you meet with a woman who
so where would the toilet infection stay?
Wait,
is it in his back?
Except you meet with a woman who is also infected in that way. That's when, because the thing is
I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, don't worry. You want me
our body is not open, so it will have to pass through that urethra.
That's what I'm saying. Toilet infection for a woman, as it is from the toilet, if you just use one stupid toilet, you go enter. And if a man use that same toilet that you use, the symptoms, as in he might contract it, but the possibility is just is very low, and it's not going to show. But that woman, as they live there, the next day, your body, you already. Let's say you're a married woman or someone who is with your boyfriend. Until that man sleeps with you, now there you go. But as a woman, as using that toilet, he's entering. In fact, let your poo drop, and then the thing splash on your bum and forget it. You are gone.
They know they talk
John
that kind of
Ampia
thing.
said, all Africans people know is getting help from someone. We must change our mindset. We're too backwards.
I don't understand.
This John Ampia seems to be a Ghanaian.
Of course, something
Ghanaian.
like that, like Ghanaian.
Okay. Let's go to the last one, which is submission in relationship.
As a woman, that is your place.
Is it in relationship or in marriage?
I was actually about to ask a question, like,
as a woman,
but let's see, relationship is a stepping stone.
It's a stepping stone. See, a woman who cannot submit to you in marriage.
So relationship.
In relationship, cannot submit after marriage.
I saw a video online.
But wait, your own definition of submission might be different from our own.
Okay, so what's the definition of submission?
I saw a video online where this lady said, because you gave me money, and then you asked me to cook for you, and we are dating. We've been dating for a while. Be like,
we are not dating.
I'm just...
Okay, imagine. Assuming
we are dating.
How can you guys be dating? Which kind of be down now?
We are dating.
Okay, you're dating camera, okay.
Like, we're dating for a while.
Okay.
And then you give me money and be like, babe, I'm at work. Please, can you just go over to my place and help me cook some food?
Some nice, delicious meal.
Nice delicacies and something like that. And they'd be like, why can't you just buy food on your way?
Okay.
Is that something like, is that not being submissive?
No, that's the lady. We have to get your own personal opinion about it.
My own submission?
Yes, your own submission.
Submitting to a guy?
Yeah.
My own submission of submitting to a guy is respecting a guy.
In what way?
That
respect is too broad.
Let's reiterate.
Like,
let's say you are that lady.
What would be your response?
I will cook. I'm sorry. I know myself very well. I know what I can do. I cannot lie. I will collect the money.
But and cook. For real,
he went to work.
Okay. Even if someone
he sent me money.
Okay, and they are in a relationship.
Of course.
And I'm not doing anything.
And I have the house key with me.
So what am
I doing?
So I'll go and cook.
You go and cook. Oh. Because now from play they take stance on this serious. I don't understand.
Yeah.
And you guys are smart and they take more personal.
Yes.
You understand?
Thank God he knows us.
For real. And see,
and if it were to be someone like me, I would not even tell you, okay, you can't cook, no problem. I will buy food outside. That's even very okay. You see that one, I don't put that for my back pocket. I won't even tell you that there's a bad character.
Some guys, say we ladies, but sometimes I don't know whether sometimes we think through our ear though. Sometimes, this is just very simple.
Okay.
You are in a relationship with a guy, and that's why we now say he was not even dating only me, he was having another guy. When it was only you before he brought another girl in that relationship. When it was only you.
What was your contribution?
Thank you. What was your contribution like?
Mr. Dennis said,
you were busy collecting money and you were not affecting him positively, and you expect him not to bring somebody else. He will discard you.
Okay.
Mr. Dennis said you must use Obi'S name to get clout. Why did you not use article? Sir, you didn't join from the beginning. Probably if you had joined from the beginning of the program, you would have been aware of the of our topics of discussion.
So it was an article that I was clamoring for the live broadcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and now the court have said no live broadcast. So back to what we were saying, if you are in a relationship with somebody, not that you people are just catching, let's see as it goes relationship.
Let's say
it goes relationship.
If it's not going anywhere,
whereby you as a girl, say normal you never ready, never even know what you want use your life do. In that point, may on the tribunal they go. You understand? And then if you are that person that you've already realized yourself as a girl, you already know if this guy should ask me for marriage, I would definitely say yes without thinking about it. And then these girls, probably, sometimes men, they don't really know if they want to get married to you. It is what you show them will make them make that decision sometimes.
You are wise.
So, and now you've seen this guy as a potential husband to you in future. And now you're playing games with your life. Well done. By the time you bring another girl, don't cry.
By the time you
don't say he was sitting on me because you forehand. I'm sorry, but that's how I see it.
Yeah, I think that's just it.
Ladies they can be very, very wise when it comes to some aspects.
Is it wise or smart?
No. Wise.
See, sometimes there are some things.
Wisdom and smartness.
There's some things. Sometimes in a relationship you have to throw away your wisdom because your wisdom might be foolish.
Exactly, might be foolishness.
So your wisdom might be seriously. You just have to
it's like I'm learning.
But seriously,
okay.
Sometimes, let's say for example me. I remember those days, right, when I was in school. I'm like me. I'll come to your house, cook. I don't understand what.
Yeah.
And if you see when I was talking about it, the way I will
brag
be bragging,
about it.
I will never ever in my life do it. And a mad.
So you don't depend on
But then let's say I had this housemate who was my paddy, which I had, who was like my very good friend, and then the only thing we know how to do is after lectures we'll go to our school canteen, we'll eat, and then probably this guy one day tells me, babe, have fun now. I went to Mo. I carry rice, come back. I bet Mo go hookah. You understand? Without even knowing that this guy is already like trying to know the kind of girl that you are. You know,
to get your reaction.
After we just finish like I'm tired now. You know the kind of thing. They'll be like, okay, no problem. Already in his mind, they'll be like, even if I make her tomorrow, maybe this girl. She know they like cook. She's the one that loves to squander money.
God bless you.
Is that simple?
Okay, squander money.
For real. That's how men.
And some guys would never tell you.
They will never tell you. Seriously.
So it's actually left to you. It is to some extent. Well, don't let me say this proverb because many people will not understand this Yoruba language. But let me just put it in the English format. Like, there are some things that you don't really decide where you want it to go. It is that thing by itself
that will decide it.
That would start going. Then you feel like, okay, this thing is going along with what I'm thinking. Exactly. Now, as a lady now, okay, let's say normally most of the guys out there would not really tell you that, okay, this thing that you've done, okay, 1 point, 1 point.
And that's
now you've refused to cook. And the guy is just like, maybe the guy is even like, okay, let's say someone like me now that, okay, I don't have any problem with cooking. I can actually go into the kitchen and cook for myself. So I like just, tease you like, baby, don't let us go out today, Jerry. Maybe we should just cook now. Now I feel like, we'll see, I'm tired, Jerry. And I know that since morning you've not been doing anything.
You've been idle.
The previous day you've been idle pressing phone, watching Netflix, and I said you are too tired. I'll just feel like, okay, no problem.
You did first day, second day,
third day.
You. Because you guys are just best.
Third day, I won't even say anything. The relationship will be sailing normally until you know that you just be a bench warmer.
Then one day he will not introduce them like, meet my fiancé. Fiancé, this is my friend, my schoolmate. You're like, what's going on?
It broke my heart. See, the relationship had ended since.
Sometimes.
But it's not as if you should be doing anything. Like just you should not have your own say. If you know you can cook, you can't cook. There should be a tangible reason. Okay, baby, I've been busy since morning. Okay, let's just do it this way. You can do it in the 50-50. Okay, you just put water on the fire first.
And that's
I'll come later. See, I'm very tired. Now let me rest.
There's something. Me as a person, there's something else. Sometimes, okay, I have a boyfriend. Sometimes.
Really?
You're crazy.
Really?
I want to give an instance.
Okay.
Really? There is lady and gentleman. Okay, let's say I went on a visit and then he knows I'm very tired.
Yeah.
And then he tells me, Alpha now, what you go chop now? You know one cook. Let for me, the me that is tired, I will not want to cook. But you know what I do?
What do you do?
I'm like, okay, what if I am married? And then I go to work and come back and my kids are hungry. Will I say...
And you're also tired.
Will I say I'm tired, then my kids
should go to bed? Go and eat biscuits.
That's it. To me, that's how I do. I'll be like, okay, just look at him. Take him to be that. He's your father.
That's true.
And you just came back and your father is really down. And
you too, you are tired.
And you too, you're tired, so you will not cook.
You go cook.
You have to cook.
You'll be like, okay, no problem. That I will charge up immediately. But funny enough, some people, I'm tired. Everybody will start shouting. Before you know it, they will carry ice to it. Then the guy will not start having one girl that will come around one weekend to come and cook and pack inside the fridge.
And sometimes, so some guys, I don't know, some guys feel like that lady is the only lady in this world. They will keep on condoning that shit until he gets married and start complaining that my wife is doing anyhow. They will now remind you all these things. She has been doing this since the beginning of the relationship. I believe that I'll be able to change her, persuade her, and me too. I even know how to cook. Until the day you fall sick, that's when you know that you're supposed to know how to cook for you.
Okay, Mr. Gideon said we guys always keep things to ourselves. I remember when I had a girl that anytime she asked me for anything, throughout that period I won't have anything. Yeah? I broke up with the girl for no reason.
Can you see? Can you see? And there are some things too. This is my advice for every lady out there. Regardless of your character, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, if I were to be a guy, can I marry someone like me? Can I marry someone like me? Some ladies feel like...
And you too as a guy, look at yourself.
Wait first before you flip the narrative. Wait before you flip the narrative. Wait first.
But seriously, that's how it is.
Wait first. There are some ladies that will feel like he has to accept me the way I am. Blah blah. Until nobody will accept rubbish. Nobody like me.
There are guys like that too. That is just me. You have to accept.
Why do you always need to flip the narrative now?
But seriously, you can't just say ladies alone. You guys are also there.
I'm not saying ladies alone.
I'm telling you.
The fact that wait now.
Because if you were not here, then we'll talk about us.
Gladys, they'll be like, I'm a guy.
I'm a guy. That is just me.
Really,
it's not nature.
To some extent.
Really?
To some extent. I'm not saying guys shouldn't change or something. It's the guy that will set the table. Even if the table is just 2-leg table or 1-leg table, you have to set the table first. Then when you invite a lady to the table, you decide if you want to allow her to stay on the table or not. There are some guys that will say, okay, I don't do chores in the house. I'm the man of the house. I have the money. Don't worry. He just know how to cook. I'll employ house girl. I'll employ everything. He knows he has the capacity to do it as a guy. I'm not trying to justify maybe men not doing house chores or no assisting their wives too. But to some extent, it's like, would I say it's a man's word, or to some extent the narrative is not really that balanced. It's more to the lady side than the men's side, because men are naturally domineering in nature. They control. Even the lady is like their responsibility. So they will expect, especially a man that is being brought up in a home whereby he does not even really do things by himself. Maybe let's say there's house help, there's this, there's that. It will be in his mentality like, I have to continue this kind of process. But for a guy that probably you have been raised in the would I say trenches, people like us, Abi ghetto or something, or just the normal middle class citizen, you know, someone like that will be able to say, okay, while I was growing up, I was assisting my mom something. If I assist my wife, there's nothing bad in that. So I think to some extent, men like they control the whole narrative. They control a larger percentage.
See, if you are that kind of man,
that's why it is easier. That's why at times
all it takes.
Wait first, let me learn. That's why at times it is to some extent easier for men to say, I'm not doing again to the lady. Then probably the following week they will replace her. But for a lady, it is not that way around, because she will not be the one to ask out guys. It is the other way around. The guys have to come and ask her out, because she has to present herself. She has to make herself presentable to the next person that will come and woo her.
And then
so I think that's
you want those kind of men, you know, that break up with girls because
they have the capacity.
Because they have the capacity, and then they now end up marrying one who could have just lobbied her way into the relationship and decides to stay no matter what happens. And then after marriage, her eyes is open. Then those kind of men, they're the ones that stay outside now till 12 p.m. 12 a.m. They will not come back home because there's no peace in the house.
You know, at times some of them will now get another babe, rent house for them.
That is it. See, Mr. When sorry, please. As a human being, first of all, if you have a problem, identify that yes,
I am the problem.
I have a problem. Yeah. Then find a way to fix it.
It's not everywhere. It's not everywhere that men will always do that. Even sometimes, if we even shift it to the parent level, how many parents will offend the child and say, I'm at fault? Even the husband, there are times to feel like, we don't want to agree.
And then to please,
you just feel like for peace to be.
If you know you have everything it takes, you cannot do anything. You can't help her. Okay, let's say she's cooking and there's this plate that she needs to transfer the fish and the plate is dirty and I do. You cannot help her to rinse out that plate and just, babe, I don't wash them.
You don't even need to. You don't even need to.
Please, if you're that kind of person, you cannot do it. Then you have to be good in massage, because when she's done, she'll be tired.
Don't worry about the massage. That one is small thing.
You know, small thing. There are some men that they rather lie down and tell you, please press my back down for them to press yours. You don't know there are people like that.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Massage. Don't worry, be cooking. I'll massage you.
Up till today, I didn't tell her anything. Even when people advise I should tell her the reason,
you can't just tell her. You can't tell her.
He said, I am not mean, but I hate not to give things to people that ask for it, especially my pattern. John Ampere said, men don't control nothing any. He said, this is a woman's world, and we men just happen. And women just happen to live in it.
Is it a woman's world? Who run the world? They say girls. Who run the girls? Men. So now who run the world and the women? It's the men.
See, do you know the funny thing?
It's the men.
There's something that's I kind of see some things happening in the near future. I'm not foreseeing anything.
You can actually just predict. Let's just prepare ahead, or be able to.
If men are not careful, it will get to a point that women will not need men anymore, and it will be a disaster.
Is it possible? It's not possible.
Because without
how?
There are a lot of dildos coming out.
Okay.
You understand? And there are a lot of feminists coming out.
Yeah,
because
it made me laugh.
Let me tell you, I understand that we need that man that they touch and all that. But if you check out what is happening on the internet, most people coming out to speak about feminism and all that, you will just see that it is only the young generation of women whose eyes have not really opened, or who have not really allowed themselves to be exposed in a certain way, that are still doing all this men thing. You look at all these mature ones, they don't care anymore. They've moved on. And if these young ones start getting enlightened from these older people, it will get to a point that men will just be like, any woman you touch now, either they use money to scare you, or they'll tell you I'm not interested anymore.
But you're talking about only the sexual aspect. What about the other aspects?
See, and if you watch too, a lot of women too are getting too much of independence these days.
We're having more prostitutes out there today.
That's people that are lazy. That's how I see it.
And there are many that would continue to be lazy.
See, and
we have more. Wait now. We have more. If men are not, see, if men are not funding the prostitutes, you would never see any prostitutes out there. Why do we have strippers in our clubs there? Who are they enticing? Are they enticing the ladies? They are enticing the men. So even if we have more feminists,
someone said it's already happening now.
So see, even if we have more feminists and stuffs, see, the only way they can only buy dildos and stuffs. There's no way they can actually 100% replace men. See, had it been, if this thing is going to this extent, then you see, why are all those prostitutes not getting dildos? Now they know that there's a connection. When a man has money in his pocket and you're able to seduce him while during the act and stuffs, when a man is actually in this kind of mood, his logical reasoning kinds of reduce. So his other aspect when it comes to the sex supersedes that one. That's when a man can actually promise a lady or the whole world to get into to get what he actually wants. So they know that there is a connection between the two, between his sexual urges and his bank account. So they would feel like, why should you buy, why should you be using a man-made object that would not in turn even generate anything for you? You only pleasure yourself one. There is no other would I say the warmth you feel, the touch and everything, and it's disconnected from the man's financial, what's it called, from his bank account. So those people that actually using it, I'm not saying maybe they should stop using it or stuff, but even if they continue using it, there is nothing, you know. What I would just say is that from generation to come, from time to come, what they are doing now, by the time their children start doing it, they will not be able to contain it. Because what you can't even bring outside, you can't even allow anybody to even see what you are using. Even if you put it in your bag, you hide it. You hide it in your wardrobe. You use it, you lock the door.
Do you know that if it was like in this present time, so most women are not even interested in getting married?
Some men too are not interested.
No,
you know, see, some men are not interested. Men and women are interwoven like this.
See, most women now, most women,
feminists they marry.
They get strong marriage. They'll come as I got the cap.
I'm not saying they are not.
They are getting married.
Most women, or let me not say most.
Not most, though. Some. You can't say most.
Some women. When you talk about, they'll tell you, please, I don't want to get married. I don't want to get involved in that marriage something.
Okay.
You know, and if we keep having this kind of women who think this way,
you know, this kind of women. You see, those women. If a woman says, "Okay, I don't want to get married," go and check that same woman in the next 20 years. If she does not regret getting married, because by then she can't even, there's no chance of getting married anymore. But a man, even if he does not get married till he gets to 60, if he wakes up today and says, and he has the money in his pocket, that I want to get married before end of next month, he will get someone to marry. For a man, even at 70 years old, even at 80, he would see someone to marry. So for those kind of ladies, it might just be emotion or true frustration or things of the moment. That's how she concluded. But ask her in the next 20 years if that would be her same response again. She will actually change it.
Renato said, Gladys, those feminist things are scam. I get one feminist where the husband they beat and she no live married. Okay, guys, on what we have treated so far.
Oh God, feminist.
Okay, court dismisses Obi'S application for live broadcast. Dangote came to Lagos with nothing 45 years ago.
That one is a lie. How old was Sanwo-Olu 45 years ago? No. How old was he 45 years ago?
Okay, and on the girls' topic, men are wired to cheat. To Baba. Appreciating little things in relationship. And
it's not even the little thing. Both the little and the big one, I appreciate everything.
And submission in relationships. So guys, that is all we have for you today on the Girls Closet.
Yes.
Edition. So till we see you guys again tomorrow, I remain Adeni Adiola.
I am Zubi Glad. Thank you for watching Girls Closet on Flip TV.
And I'm Olajide Taufik Olamide. Thank you so much for joining us, and those who called in, Mr. Iyerioba. Thank you for your sorry, my bad. Mr.
Iyeri Omorogbe.
Mr. Iyeri Omorogbe. We appreciate everything. We appreciate your comments, and also keep on hitting on the like button as well. Till we come your way again tomorrow for another edition of the program Girls Closet. Bye for now.
Bye, and have a wonderful evening.
Yeah.